Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I am doing another first impression foundation review, and today I am doing it on the high definition fluid foundation. Now this is by the company HD Brows, so they've launched a foundation and a few other products. I got this one on beautybay.com. I haven't heard much about this foundation, so I thought it would be good to do a review on it in case anyone else was interested in checking this foundation out. So this is what the packaging of the high definition foundation looks like. It's very similar to the NARS Sheer Glow packaging. So this here is the NARS Sheer Glow. So the bottle of the NARS one is a little bit bigger. You get the exact same amount of product in each, but they are very similar in terms of shape and everything of the bottle. The HD one does come with a pump on it, whereas the NARS one you do have to buy a pump separately. I have already swatched it just to get the colour, so I haven't actually tried it. That's why I've got foundation a little bit on the pump, but I'll read what it states on the box so we know sort of what to expect from the foundation. I got the shade number 3 Sand, and it is a long-lasting fluid foundation with a high coverage demi-matte finish. Blends smoothly over the face with a foundation sponge or brush. This formulation has the ability to even out the appearance of the complexion whilst maintaining the natural radiance of your skin. So it sounded right up my alley, so that's why I really wanted to try it out. I got the shade number 3. I'm not really sure if it's going to match properly or not. I've got obviously a decent amount of tan on at the moment, so I think it should be the right colour. I'm just starting out with 2 pumps of product. I've already got a little bit of foundation there, but I'll just prime this side of my face with the Benefit Professional Primer. And then I'm just going to start blending out the foundation on the unprimed side. So it has a really nice coverage so far. It's a reasonably thick foundation. And I wouldn't say it's the easiest to blend out, but it's not hard to blend out either. So that is how we're looking with it just on the one half of the face. It has a really nice finish to it, so it definitely has that more satin type finish. It has a slight glow to it. I wouldn't say that it's full coverage, like you can definitely still see my pigmentation through it and my freckles and things, but it covers pretty good. We'll be able to see a little bit more when I try and cover these blemishes on this side. So I'll apply it on the prime side. So it's blending out pretty much the same on the unprimed side. So the foundation does still feel quite sticky and tacky on my skin after I've blended it out. So I would definitely set it with a powder. I normally do anyway, but just in case you're someone that doesn't normally set with powder, definitely does still have a tackiness to it. It hasn't really settled into any of my smile lines or my forehead lines. I feel like it actually looks really nice. So far I really like it. I feel like the colour is pretty good. If anything, it may be a touch too dark and slightly pinky, which I don't think you can really tell on camera, but I think it just looks slightly pink, but it doesn't look bad or anything. It looks pretty good, matches the tan pretty well. So I will go ahead and apply my concealer, my powder, bronzer, blush, highlight, all of that stuff off camera, and then I'll be back once I've applied everything to let you know how everything applied over the top. Okay, so obviously I've got the rest of my products applied. So everything applied really smoothly over the top. I don't feel like the powder made it look cakey or heavy or anything like that. I'm actually really impressed with this foundation so far, and I really like how it's looking. I'll zoom you in a little bit just so you can see how it looks. So this is how the foundation is looking up close. I think it looks really nice. It's not accentuating any of my pores more than it normally would, or any of my fine lines, and it's giving a really good coverage, and it doesn't look heavy or cakey on the skin. After I've set with powder, it has taken away that real stickiness and tackiness, and it doesn't seem to transfer after setting with powder, which is really good. So all in all, impressed so far. So the time is now 11:38 AM, so I will come back throughout the day and keep you posted as to how the foundation's looking. So I'll see you in a few hours. Hey everyone, I'm back for an update on the foundation. So the time is 9:23 p.m. now, so I'm sorry I didn't get to check in earlier throughout the day. I just ended up going to the movies and I got busy and I never got a chance to. But the foundation hadn't really changed until recently anyway, so it didn't really matter. It was looking pretty good for ages. Before I went to the movies, I checked my face. It looked really good, and that was at 10 to 6. So it was still looking really good, and that was after that 6.5, 7 hour kind of wear time. So it's now been on my skin for about 10 hours and I feel like it's looking pretty good for this length of time. It hasn't really come off anywhere, maybe a little bit around my chin, which is understandable because I did eat a wrap for lunch and I'm a very messy eater and get things all over myself anyway. So that could contribute to it. All in all, I'm really impressed with how the foundation has worn. I think I'll get a lot of use out of this foundation. I am definitely shiny now by this time, but after 10 hours wear, what do you expect? My skin will go shiny with any foundation after that length of time. But yeah, in terms of the actual wear and everything, I think it's a really great foundation. I love the finish of it and I love the coverage that it gives. Everything about it I love. I would say in terms of colour, it might be a little bit too dark for me once my tan has started to fade, so I would need to get a lighter shade, but I'm really happy with the shade that I did get. I do think it matches me well when I have a fresh tan on. The one thing that I did want to mention about this foundation is that when I purchased it on the website, it did state that it was going to come with a free foundation brush, and Beauty Bay were supposed to send me that foundation brush and they never did. And then so I contacted the customer service team and they said they would get one posted out to me, and never happened. So still not received it, and I think by this point, it was a long time ago now, and I don't think that I'll be receiving it. So that's a shame. It just is frustrating when you buy something on the expectation that it is coming with a free makeup brush, which normally a makeup brush like that would be around $20 on its own. So I was disappointed that it didn't come with that brush. This is a high-end foundation as well. I think I paid $50 Australian for it, so it is not a really inexpensive foundation by any means, but I feel like it has lived up to the price and I definitely think it is worth the money. So I would recommend it for anyone that is wanting a nice foundation that is long wearing and has good coverage. Thank you so much for watching this video. This will be my final update. There's no point really in updating you further. I'm just going to take my makeup off now and go to bed. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you were interested in checking out this foundation, then I hope that this review has helped you in deciding if you did want to pick it up. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and I will see you in the next video. Bye!